Of all the mysterious beings who roam the lands between, few caught my attention like the Oracle Envoys. These orchestral creatures, shaped like dumplings, provide very little in terms of lore, but the morsels they do offer are incredibly telling. In this video, we'll be analyzing the Oracle Envoys in an attempt to determine exactly what they are and reveal their true hidden purpose. If we turn to the evidence provided in the lands between, the Oracle Envoys can only be found in two areas: Leyndell, the capital city, and Miquella's Haligtree, making their physical presence quite a rarity indeed. Although the oracles come in a variety of sizes, they all wield their telltale instrumental golden horns, which can double as bludgeons. The item description for the Envoy's horn reads, "Golden horn of the Oracle Envoys, profoundly weighty. Its blows are sure to be felt." Originally an instrument, but one that cannot be sounded by a mere human. Or perhaps it is too early to sound the call. Interestingly enough, despite the fact that mere human lungs cannot sound the horn, each and every oracle seems to have no problem harmonizing their deceptively deadly melody in both Leyndell and the Haligtree, lending credence to their inhuman nature. But more on this later. An oracle is defined as a priest or priestess acting as a medium through whom advice or prophecy was sought from the gods. An envoy is defined as a messenger or representative, especially one on a diplomatic mission. If we consider the definitions, the Oracle Envoys seem to be responsible for delivering divine messages from the gods themselves. The flavor text for the Oracle Envoy Ashes confirms this very mission. Ashen remains, in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirits of 4 Oracle Envoys. Spirits of a monstrous band of musicians who employ sacred arts. It is said that when Oracle Envoys appear playing their pipes, they do so to herald the arrival of a new god or age. If you recall, the Tarnished finds the Envoys in Leyndell, which serves as the capital to the current age of the Erdtree. Their second and lesser known presence is much more ominous, as they can also be encountered in the Haligtree, further cementing the possibility that Miquella's arrival is nearing ever closer. That's right. The eerie tunes they play serve to usher in the arrival of a new god and age, announcing to all who dwell in the lands between good tidings of the inevitable end to come. So now that we know the Oracle Envoy's true purpose, let's theorize on what exactly they may be. Their pale skin resembles that of the Albinaurics. The item description for the Albinauric blood clot reveals that Albinaurics are life forms made by human hands. Thus, many believe them to live impure lives, untouched by the Erdtree's grace. The first generation Albinaurics have weakened legs, and their mobility is extremely limited as a result. The variants with the enlarged heads and bloated bellies are second generation, and seem to be even further removed from their older counterparts. The Oracle Envoys seem to share many characteristics with their Albinaurics, and may even be the perfect form they were designed to imitate. The Envoys do not have legs, but rather dumpling-shaped torsos and massive heads, traits from both generations of Albinaurics. If we turn to the Oracle Bubble sorcery, we learn that the claimant we encounter served as priests in the ancient dynasty, and that they search for lost oracles within their bubbles. Perhaps the oracles that are being referenced in the claimant's bubble sorcery are none other than the Oracle Envoys themselves. It may not be a stretch to consider that the claimant were ancient priests who used to work hand in hand with the oracles to decipher and deliver messages from their divine ruler in the aforementioned ancient dynasty, hence their common bubble-based sorceries. What follows is speculation, but I believe the Oracle Envoys are a race of ancient beings who thrived in the ancient dynasty alongside the claimant priests. They have an affinity to divine powers and are naturally drawn to the outer gods, whose presence typically ushers in a new age. I believe the Albinaurics are man's attempt to recreate these sensitive beings in the lands between, to possibly fulfill traditional customs when a new age is born, or to serve as a fleshy alarm system so that the current lords could prepare for the influence of any other outer gods who plan to upset the current order. In either case, the Oracle Envoys are not human by any means, and are considered monstrous by many. Who do you believe they sound their horns for now? Is it Miquella, or perhaps the Prince of Death? I'll let you decide. And until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out.